knows how to do her job, engage the situation. She may remember if also the first time we talked, well, that was quite a while ago. It's been one or two recent times, and I don't think she asked then. I was not going to answer the question, but she didn't. So she actually had quite a bit to say, and I do and don't feel like I somewhat don't feel like I processed all of it, but it was nice to have the conversation, and now I'm doing what I feel like I need to do next in my day. Often my go-to, you know what I mean? Or certainly largely so.
Okay, so I'm going to put over.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, so I've already been over it.
Make this. You have, I thought so. Yeah, and I told you, yeah. Be hard to get through and get bookings sometimes. That being said, a lot of people probably say it then, but sounds like you made a good connection with someone. So, oh yeah, you know, and that's the part I missed, but we don't have to get into it. To it. Okay, hello, buddy. Is he's on his mic? Okay, I'm just gonna feed our dog. I'm just getting started on the screen. I know that there is something that I put in the title. Whoa, careful! And then I reached to get his water dish as he was walking towards the food and kind of walked on over, spilt the water dish. But it's just water. So, and hydration is important for all of us, right? So yeah, that's and you know what? That's something I can do anyway. You know, honestly, building a repertoire list is something that I can do for the YouTube videos too. Because quite obviously, I don't often have one. Right? Every now and then, I get a few song ideas, but quite honestly, I don't usually have. You know, I'm looking to the people to give me song ideas. Right? The peeps, aka y'all. So, you know, but not just music. If there's anything weighing on your heart you want to talk about, we can do that too. But yeah, but the thing is so the music repertoire thing might be mostly for the YouTube. Well, that's the thing, you know, in a public music venue, even though there are some preferences, as long as it's not like, you know, huge concert crowds. Like, I understand that's what a lot of performers love, you know. To me, it would be like, okay, a few minutes of that is good. Can you all stop screaming now? Thank you for your appreciation. Like, either that or I need to go somewhere else because it's all so loud, you know. Man, I sound like a cowboy today, don't I? Yeehaw! Anyway, but smaller venues, and this way, you know, some people would stay, some people will go, and that's just how it goes out in a public venue, right? Or in public in general. So, yeah, but you know, this open mic thing, like if I'm hosting it, okay, I might do a song or two at the beginning, you know, just like any other open mic or karaoke host. Maybe another one in the middle, maybe another one at the end. And they don't always have to be the same song. You know, my friend, who was actually a host of such similar things, two people I'm thinking of, but one especially who passed away, um, I knew her largely around music. And yet I don't associate very much music with her. It's strange. It really is. But um, one thing that I can say is that I more think of the songs that she sang. You know, I think of some of the things that other people regularly sang or that I sang. I suppose that's true. But what's more special to me, especially now that she's passed away, is what she sang. And so music is part of my legacy, I would say. And so when I pass away, I want, people to hear songs every now and then. And I think most of us have this desire, to be honest, because music is such a universal part of most life. All, I would say, but some people gravitate towards it more. I want people to say, oh, that song makes me think of him. He's with me. He wants to visit me. Not haunt, visit. That's a question. You're someone I dislike. Then I'll be haunting you. I was kidding. Just kidding. Please take that with a grain of salt. But so now when I think back to my performing days, like not online, which I know often these days actually is music. But when I think back to when I did open mics or jams or karaoke, what were my songs? Hello, Taylor. How are you? Glad to have you here. Don't forget to like. How are you doing? What's Up is what I'm talking about. Actually, What's Up is one of the songs. You know that one, right? By the way, sorry for any lagging. You can always go and come back if it does, and any advertisements. I think it's just you here right now. We're about 7 minutes in. I'm just kind of adjusting my coffee, trying to make the perfect cup. But yeah, so I don't know. So that's one. Wagon Wheel. Oh gosh, what else? Lately there's been some country music I've been doing. There's also can be originals, although I didn't do those often, and I still don't really. Oh man, I kind of wish some people that might see this might be like, I actually remember you from this venue, and you always used to play this song. I've never forgotten. But I have. That's kind of one. It's mild trigger, but you didn't know that, so that's fine. But yeah, you don't know the What's Up song? What's up, buddy? Yo, what up, buddy? 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope. Clear what I thought I should. I don't understand what this lyric means. The part after this next part. But the world is made up of brotherhood of man, or whatever that means. What do you mean? What does it mean? If you mean, why is it only about brotherhood and not sisters and MBs as well? Yeah, okay, maybe it's not as inclusive as it could be, but and I mean to say that people are being too sensitive about it, but one day I'm sure. Keep your stick on the ice. No, not okay. Is that who? And it's funny because that reminds me of something my step recently said. Anyway, the Four Non-Blondes. But I believe it's a brunette in a hat and a couple of dudes who might not be blonde. It's just like the brunette. Just to quickly state that because they've just came up, aren't that right? Anyway. To the second person, because I feel like Taylor will look past that. I mean, I didn't name them, and I think anybody who thinks of their band name would think that. And I think the second person just left. So, but if you haven't, because sometimes those numbers are not accurate, Taylor, you haven't liked yet, unless it's not accurate, and you have. No, it looks like you both laughed. That can't be right. That cannot be. Not allowed. Why is this so extra noisy lately? It's weird. kind of concerning. Maybe I'll just open up the back door. Although it's very noisy out there right now in the neighborhood. There's something kind of going on. Musical instrument you find fascinating. Yeah, I mean, another way of looking at this previous question could be, what are songs that you remember from certain points in your life? And I don't know if I've ever done that topic in here. I feel like I probably have, but I'm not too sure if I have. So let me just think about it for a moment here. But I'm really not comfortable with the noise that fan's making. Anyway, yeah, I don't know that one or that one. Yo, what's up, my man? Oh, hello. How are you, Jordan? Believe it or not, I was just thinking about you recently. You're the Jordan 10 I'm thinking, right? You're not, you don't go by any other names, do you? By any chance? Sorry. But anywho, I don't know. G plays one that I often think is one of the first ones I ever. Yes, you are what? Oh, right. Okay, then I've got to tell you something. I've got to tell you something and really hope that it's you. And if it's not, to realize that, this is very awkward, but it's the only place that I have you on here, to realize that I think that it's probably best for everybody that you try and find your own place to live. I don't know how you're feeling about your roommates, but let's just say, and I don't know what they've said about me because I have talked with one of them. I'll just say that. And I'm curious if you know that and what you know about that. Hope you still got your job. Hope it's going well. And yeah, I would say work towards finding your own place. Okay. Maybe don't tell them that I told you, but let's just say this. I say because he seems like he goes by a few different things. He told me his actual name is Jeff. Yeah. Anyway, I wish there was somewhere else other than YouTube that you and I could talk, to be quite honest. I don't know what would work for you. And honestly, your name is really Blake by any chance? Hello, Anna, how are you? Okay, sorry, I thought you were saying that you are Kenny now. Anna, please like. Taylor, if you're there, please like. Jordan, please like. It's you, Kenny. Was there somebody named Jeff? Okay, so let me just say this. You were having some sort of electrical issue in your room, it sounded like, and you were sharing a room with somebody, whoever that was. Okay. Anyway, let's just say not that you know of what. He told me. Yeah, it was awkward. It was awkward. And I don't think we need to go into it any further than you need to move into your own place. That doesn't sound familiar to you? Oh, so maybe it was Kenny then. What thriller talks are going on? I don't know if that's what we'd call it. Anyway, there's 3 other people here, and I don't know if one of them's Taylor, but I did tell him about the help I got from you. Whichever one is a prank. Anyway, let's not go into the details. I am trying to do a live stream. I know that you want to know, but the biggest thing to realize is that you need to work on finding your own apartment. I think is I don't think you should go back to living at home, and I don't think, I mean, maybe otherwise it feels like it's working where you're living, but I know something that makes me feel like it's not. So I think it would be a benefit to you to have your own suite. You are working on that. Good to hear. I've been working a little bit more on the book, and yeah, I know, right? So is anybody watching around you, or are you watching with headphones on? I have a feeling like it's just you here now. I know Anna just got here, but maybe she is like, well, this is sounding awkward. And oh no, she is still here. See, that's inaccurate at the top. I wish it was accurate. And is anybody else watching around you? Well, yeah. So anyway, okay. I just have a mild distraction, but we'll multitask. But yeah. So yeah, basically, let me say this. You might want to safeguard yourself a little bit. Okay. I don't want to cause issues. I know that you can only move when you're able to. I don't want to be stuck in the middle of it. Okay. But yeah, careful with your laptop. That's all I'll say. And leaving your phone later on. Anyway, but yeah, no. So the connection with Erden here has been quite interesting, and it has inspired a creative project. I wish I could tell you while you're here right now. I feel like I may have just written the last scene. I may have one other, and there's a 3-2. But other than that, I feel like I just need to look through what I've already created, which is probably about 4 or 5 chapters. Like, it might not be a super thick book, like not a Harry Potter kind of thing, you know. But and then figuring out the publishing. I think self-publishing should be cheaper. I think publishing online. And then we might share some of it as like an audiobook experience on YT. That might be where you get to hear it, because I don't know what site I'd otherwise be putting it on. I really don't. If you know of any that are popular there, maybe let me know and I can look into. But then again, is that only open to people in Asia? Because obviously I'm not, right? I will say though, whoever it was, they liked me. You apparently, made me sound, like the great person I am. But then I said something, and apparently it kind of bothered them. So yeah. Anyway. But yeah. So I just asked that he just leaves me be and lets me just communicate with you. So somebody just came back with some shopping kind of items, and I'm just curious what that is. A lot of okay.
Yes, well, we can.
And I know you might thought that I would like that, but that's actually kind of ironic because, well, a reason I won't mention. But also, I never really liked the texture of that stuff.
Okay, some of the stuff I got you
Okay.
for.
Cool. Yeah, they eat pretty much anything.
These are the ones I cannot eat.
What's the plan for today's podcast? Oh, is there ever a plan? I mean, come on. Music. Building a set list. Building a music list. Good evening. It's actually morning here. We had a bit of an iffy-ish start to the day, but we're leveling out. It's rainy, but the sun is trying to be out. But I guess it's evening for you. That's right. Oh, by the way, Anna, I wanted to say you messaged me, and I said that I don't have a lot, thank you for the third light, going on between now and one of our festivals in 3 weeks, and you said that's good. I want to let you know how that landed with me. It's not terrible. I wish it wasn't so far away. It's a slower spot in life, and it's been tricky. What is that?
This is trout.
Okay. Anyway, okay. Let's talk about this. Anyway, so yeah. So basically, yeah. So yeah, sure. Why? Okay, I can actually do this because I'm going to want to know what everything is anyway, so no worries. So yeah, basically, God. What was I saying? Oh, right. Like, I might be starting a business soon. Okay. And I was talking with someone this morning. It's kind of like, there's a mutual interest with the other person. So far, there's 3 of us involved. There might be at most 5 because his wife and maybe one of his adult kids might, the ones that already help him with his business, basically. And last time we were there was someone I'd never seen there before. Usually it's just them 2. Basically, it's something that's in the back of his mind, but the front of mine.
Oh, is this icing sugar? No, it's sugar.
I don't know. I was going to say it's sugar, but no.
It's sugar.
Okay, anyway. Cafe music venue. Anywho, so yeah, basically, you've got some good stuff though. I will say, you and your, those things from back in the day. Anyway, and if you're wondering why we don't know what items we just shopped for, basically we were given them by somebody. I'd like you to put a small bag together, maybe this one, of the stuff for that we don't want, and keep it all together. Anything that I put in here, I think is fine. It's mostly been soup and beans. Anyway, so a pretty idea. Depends who shows up. I was kidding. And what they perform. Anyway, but yeah, so I guess that's something that I've done because I'm going to be thinking about it. There's a mutual interest. I'm going to be thinking about it, whether it happens soon or not. So yes, to realize this is how much I would probably play. I think I would likely host it. Jordan, are you still there? No, I've woken up Kenny, Jeff, Blake, whatever his name is. Anyway, hopefully not. I say let a sleeping dog lie, literally. Anyway, I haven't seen these in a while. Coolie juice things. Man, all these cold waters, I'm kind of surprised that they're cold, unless it's just from the other stuff. Wow, you got a lot of stuff in these cheap bags. Oh yeah, that's for you. So mostly it was yeah, so and I thought, and I said it to someone this morning. I said, I don't want to bring it up too soon again, but I really would like to see it happen. Good thing is even in the winter, this is not far. And I did a stream where I walked there the other day, and 20 minutes there and back, and I'd be in there for a while probably. Like it's accessible, which is very lovely. Jordan, are you there? Who's the second person? Anna, are you seeing anybody else here? I actually don't mind your Anna because it makes people feel like, I don't know anything. Skeptical can sometimes mean I think I'm skeptic, but can also mean, but maybe I'm not. Otherwise it'd be a stronger word, which I can't think of at the moment. But yeah, so no, anyway, basically, so we're only 23 minutes in and we have 2 people and 3 likes. Okay. Anyway, so yeah. Did you watch the movie yet, by the way? The movie. Anyway, so basically, yeah, and I'd love it to be actually a community drop-in, but I think that not that would be that much harder, but I don't know. I have some mixed feelings. Like, we go through life, right? And we meet all kinds of people, and some will be fine with, and others will hope to not really run into. There may have been an awkward situation that happened with them that, like I said about the one person I'm thinking of, even if he doesn't like some of those iffy things he liked before, at one point in time he did. And they're quite disturbing things. So, and he's one of the ones I'm worried will run into G. But, but it is very helpful for us right now. We definitely got more than it's been a while since I've been in that one, the other one. But I'll just say to the second person who's not saying anything, I hope that you're liking the vibe. I hope that you're thinking positive, happy things and not judging me wrongly. But if you're sitting there with these judgments, then there are other things you can watch. And I'm not being mean, I'm just being honest. Anyway, I do feel like I want more coffee this morning because it's a while. We haven't been awake that long. It's a while till I have a lay down, and it tastes more like a hot chocolate. I guess that's because I put chocolate sauce in it because I was on the phone when I made it. Hello, how are you? I was on the phone when I made it, and there wasn't that much left in the pot from before. And when I added it in and then added milk, I put too much milk, and I thought, well, that's not great. And I guess I should have just added more coffee, but I did make more coffee, but chocolate sauce got in there too. Not yet. Actually, I just started a YouTube channel, so a bit busy building it. I know you mentioned that. Today I uploaded a short film kind of video. Well, you were the one that did some sort of fashion show at one point in time, right? That I was curious to see. I would love to see you in your videos, or I would ask if you could send a picture of yourself. I've downloaded the movie. Oh, you don't have to download it. You can just watch it, unless you have an iffy internet connection. But when you're here, it seems fine. Yeah. Anyway, on your way to home. Oh, okay. Why are you saying 60? Why are you saying that number, Spin 30th? Are you not at home right now, Anna? Because it's probably what, like 10 at night there, maybe? I'm just guessing. And the idea of a piano play at a cafe, immaculate. Player, I think you mean. Well, neither of our, I mean, even though it's close to home, we don't drive. We wouldn't be able to get our piano there. And I think we'd want to have it at home. I mean, the keyboard, that there's no hope on getting there. What we could see is maybe, and I don't know if you'd want to ask a certain place where we got that from or how often they get them, but we could see about getting a donated one. It would be nice to have one on location. And some people might just assume we already do, or wouldn't be able to get one there, and that may be all they play. So that's a good thing to remember. Like, I don't want to be putting the cart before the horse. If this guy isn't ready to make it happen, but we have a lot of time we can dedicate to it. If he knows one or two other individuals, plus himself a little bit, I feel this is doable. And he's not one, most of us don't like confrontation. Some of us maybe are more drawn to drama, but he's not one that's going to say, what was I was just thinking? He's very laid back, and I can see that. He's human. He might be going through stuff, but I can see that. And so hopefully that works in our favor, where it's kind of like, he wants to work with us on this. And although it might not be a super quick thing he's trying to do, he knows he'd like to be operating a place with more space. He knows that it would be really great for his business and in general. And maybe it's worth, saying, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about myself. 2 or 3 years ago, I tried to apply there, and it was just the husband and wife, and like I say, occasionally one of their adult kids that operated the place, and that's all they needed, really. Last time we were there was another guy. I don't know who he was. I don't know if he was their son or what. But anyway, yeah. So no, basically, yeah. Okay. So, but yeah. So, like, I'll say this is how I see it's doable, and how it could be doable soon, and also a little bit of a background about me as to why this is, and life is, one of those things that, we never know when we might pass away in some way. So we got to live it to the fullest as best as we can. Cold coffee. Oh, you're one of those. I live with one of those, actually. One of what? Cold coffee drinkers. Not kidding. No, but seriously, weird, but okay. I'll forgive you. Yeah, that. Speaking of that, though, that reminds me, there's a former bandmate that I wouldn't want to show up at this place. And if he's looking for music venues, if he's still doing music, I know he had a health condition. I mean, his one of his relatives was one of my best friends, and his mother lived to 104, and the son passed away in his late 50s, early 60s. Am I okay? Why do you ask? I mean, thank you for asking, but did I not seem to be? I mean, loaded question, how is he doing? Fine. Yeah, I guess that's neutral. Loaded question. G had mentioned, I probably want to do a fitness thing first, though. Actually, I should be plugged in. That way, we're at 87%, but that way when he comes down to do his music thing, because he said he'd like to do that in the morning. I can't remember why. We're getting a bit of sun, but mostly rain. Oh, you're actually at a cafe. You were there with a friend. Oh, that's right. Okay, it's charging at the moment. This charger is being a bit finicky. Whoops! Did I hit something? Nope. Okay. Oh, no, I'll leave in minutes. It's 8:30. Okay, not that late there. Jordan, are you there? Yo, potato. I needed to say something to him, but at the same time, he was unaware, and now, well, of course I'd say something. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, if it's mutual, it will work definitely. It's good for you both. Anna's welcoming you back. If it opens by Christmas, it'll be great. Well, that would be a good gift. And it's very interesting. I feel like that's very random how you say that. And you're gonna be, and then when you leave the cafe, you're planning to watch the movie, right? Unless this one's still rolling, right? It's interesting that you say that. That might be something that I should maybe make as the goal. I know that it's a busy time for a lot of people. His business is going to be busy still. It's not as busy a time for me. I mean, much of my family is not local. I can't travel. They don't really. I'm not really that, closely connected to them, unfortunately. And the rest have passed away. I mean, I just need to put the phone down for a moment. But, or it's awkward, We probably will see my mother and my step. We may or may not see his sister. I don't think we did this past Christmas, did we? And none of them are huge celebrators, but for most people, it is busy. But a lot of people would love places to play those Christmas songs and get the most out of them because they do only exist for, during the season for most of us, right? There's a movie, I think, called Christmas in July. And I am thinking about a certain someone who, unfortunately, I had to let go of in my life. A fellow YouTuber, actually. I don't want to get too much into details, but yeah. I'm not surprised that he's very smart, though. I'm not. Oh, you're one of those too, Vince. Oh my goodness. I mean, Anna. Cold and black. Bye bye. That's not how I like my lovers. Anyway, sorry. This is an 18+ show, folks. Yeah. And I sometimes I don't have a filter. I do my best, though. I'm human. I'm an adult. A lot of things kids wouldn't understand anyway. And if they did, then, like, kids are already very smart. I'm not trying to do anything bad, but that's the second time I've connected it to the university. Why did you mention Christmas specifically? Like, it wasn't because that would be a great gift. I mean, when you think about it, that's too far away. No, for me and my need to see this happen and realizing how fragile life is and how I've been kind of in a slow point for a little while. No, that's too many months away. It'll be nice if it's still in operation then. And that's the thing about opening a business. Like, let me just say this. His front door had been broken or whatever somehow, and it sat as a wooden door with a handle, like just a piece of, like not an actual door, for quite a while. And I always thought, he's selling books, he's selling movies sometimes, he's selling food and drink, although he does have this other program for those that are struggling. And maybe I'm being real specific, but we live in a humongous world, folks. Anyway, and thinking, why couldn't he replace his door? But, sometimes certain contractors are not the easiest to get a hold of, or like if you've already paid them and then you're like trying to get them to come and do the job and, try to make your schedules work for both people, and you want to be present, because you don't want them to wander off and leave your business open or whatever. I mean, there's some reasons perhaps, but because people from the outside come to hometown and usually do outings. I mean, people from other places come travel. Oh yeah, So that's the thing. But I guess because I'm not used to ever having ran a business, I'm thinking about the expenses of it. I mean, you're always going to get a mix of people, and some people are going to be, more struggling with life with different things than other people. But yeah, no, I'm not remembering what helps with the cost of things is people buying stuff. But that might only be what he's already got now. I don't know if the cafe itself will get expanded. That's the thing. Or if that's just going to be the place where the performances happen. And there are certainly lots of those that are free. I understand a cover charge though, like whether it goes partially to the host or also to the people that are to the expenses of keeping the place, lit and heated, or one thing he sometimes does, which we could do, and I don't know exactly why he does it, but he'll in the nicer weather leave the door open. Although then it's kind of in the way of something else. But he'll leave the door propped open. Sometimes that's not enough airflow. Like this part, I wish I had been in it at one point when it was whatever it was before. I don't think I ever had. I don't think I lived in the neighborhood at that point and never really came. Now I barely leave it. But yeah, it looks fairly large. So, for instance, and then you might have to buy more tables and such, but if we keep doing consignment with him and getting a little bit of income in otherwise, this is we obviously have to eat and keep our home bills paid. But yeah, for instance, every year after Christmas, my siblings, cousins, and friends, we go eat and celebrate for 5 days till the oh, that's interesting. Must get expensive, but that's interesting. Jordan, Taylor Jordan, Michael Jordan. Anyway, the website thing, I'm not as good with that kind of stuff. Cafe that's already existing next to it has one. So we might just kind of work with that one, add to this. Here's our open mic nights now. What's interesting is that he seems to kind of be thinking that having some sort of music night might be a good idea. Like, didn't say he's always wanted, but might be a good idea before this other place is open. But again, it's a humongous world. Anybody who's local, even the city, there could be a few places that this sounds like. But basically, it's not a very big place. It really is not. It can maybe hold 15, 20 people at a time. It's nice and cozy, a little bit cramped. And since they did something different with the furniture, and I'm not too sure what, he says it's harder to get around. I don't think it looks that much different, and I would have thought it was a little bit easier. I don't know why. I just do. But anyway, an open door. I guess this door might get dusty frequently, and to keep it clean, you'll be needing more expensive. Well, yeah, it might let in only on like windy days. We've gotten some rain. I mean, it comes in every time someone opens the door anyway. I mean, it might be more, but they have everything in. Like, I'm not worried about it being like a. I did see an interesting post that was a Asian restaurant I was looking at the other day, and under each page on the menu it said, "We do our best to avoid issues of allergies and cross contamination, but it's a shared kitchen." Blah 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 blah. Just let us know and we'll do our best to help. It said. It's like, well, how do you go about doing that? It felt awkward. We didn't order from them. We've tried another place, which is very interesting what we got. Whether it's all that tasty might depend on what we order, but it's very interesting. But yeah, and I thought, like, what am I going to say? Just don't prepare it around any of this or this. I mean, it goes through my mind when I'm looking at places sometimes. Like, I am quite grossed out by fish, for instance. But so many places cook it. So, and I have probably eaten at many of them many times, So if it's being rocky, I'm trying to hold my charger, and it's really quite finicky is what it's doing. So sorry for any lagging, sorry for any advertisements. You know what? This last night, this was on 40 or 30%, and he was able to stream for a bit still. So I'm gonna go with that. But so yeah, I've had some thoughts within this. That's great. I don't know if I'd show this to him though. I'd like for him to hear my music more and say, like, it's great that I'm doing it on YouTube. Sometimes it's more noticed than other times, which is totally fine with me. I actually really would rather have a balance between online and in person. And we already told him we don't really go to bars very much. I don't know if we told him we don't drive, but that takes away a lot of options for places to perform at. So, yeah, it might be kind of a fundraising within the community to get this place up and running. It sounds like a movie, doesn't it? But yeah, so like I want to show them this is my talent. I need the venue, and I thought about it because I thought, was I just not thinking of any? No, in our area, in our city, there's lots. But I think it's understandable to both of us that having something in the area is nice. He did see us on a bike once, so whether he assumes we don't otherwise drive or not, I don't know. But like, yeah, so guys, if you have any song requests, do feel free to put, please. Sorry, I'm not meaning to use a gendered word, but but yeah, so basically, but when I say that that's how many people the place can hold, there's no stage. There's no stage. It's the place that we haven't opened up next to it. That's what I'm referring to. And I don't know if there's a stage in there either, but honestly, there doesn't need to be. There just needs to be a setup. Somebody to go to the front and perform whatever they perform, Now, this is where there could be a bit of a something. Like, people are going to choose the songs they're going to choose. I have to just be okay with, I might not like all of them. As far as poetry, kind of the same thing there. But it is true that if I got a certain vibe from a certain thing that a certain person did, and like, yeah, what about my past bandmate? I kind of think that he might be like, he might try and mend things, but I might be like, I wish we could. And at that point, I'd be in a better spot where I might be able to forgive what happened because I don't need it to happen. I don't need what I was trying to have happen to happen anymore. I've got this now. You know what I mean? But yeah, so basically, but no, so yeah, it'd be kind of like, I might just have to tell the individual that vibe of what you did, we want you to be welcome here, but let's not do that again. I'm not that particular, but there might be things, right? And as long as I say that they're still welcome here, hopefully they would think, okay, I'll just choose something else then, I'll still come here, but I'll choose something else. Although honestly, it really would depend what it is. Like if it is something about like a lot of violence, you have to have rules when you run a place sometimes. It doesn't have to be a lot. You don't have to be uptight about them. But that's also something, to consider. But other than that, yes. So I would also be performing at this. I would also be benefiting in that way too. So yes, what songs can I start adding to a list? I found a notebook recently. I can find a piece of paper and a pen. What songs should I start adding? Should I perform in this and start adding? And are there any comments I'm not seeing? There's been 2 other people here for quite a while. And if you're saying something, I'm not seeing it. I don't know if Anna is. If you're not, again, as long as you're feeling positive vibes from this stream and you're enjoying it, happy to have you here. If you're like, this guy's going on and on and on, we're talking about, then you're not listening very carefully. Blah, 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 things like that. Not being rude, but there are other things you can watch which you might enjoy more, So like I say, I'm not going to say exactly where, but this city is not short on music venues. It is true that a lot of them are bars, but they're not short on music venues. And I'll just be back in under 5 minutes. But yeah, a lot of them are bars. A few of them are cafes or churches. But some people might not like the church vibe, even if it's not a not a church service, and even if it was, it's not a church, but even a United Church. I would like to think that a United Church is fairly welcoming to folks, and the one I have had in my past was, but once fall gets here, there was a song that I could do that I remember posting about it somewhere, and I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said something to the effect of I said the title, and the title mentioned God in it. I don't think it was a strongly religious song. I guess the person who sings it, Martina McBride, is maybe a bit religious. There was definitely undertones of it, of religion. I wouldn't call it a hymn necessarily, kind of thing. But there was one person, and I honestly think she's not the brightest. It was in a public group that I posted this. And this isn't the only reason. I can't remember the other reason, but there was one person that said, "Oh, just the fact that it mentions God, I've lost interest." I said, "Well, that's unfortunate because it's a really nice song. It's more of a fall song, and it mentions one of my least favorite holidays. I don't think I've ever tried to play it on the guitar though, so I might do that. Right now, there was music session happening here. Oh, really? Oh, really? I think she's left. Really? Well, isn't that ironic, eh? And I guess it was background noise. Like with these things, we can't expect that everybody's going to be captivated by every single song that you do or that anybody does, Oh, you are here. You're in a cab. Okay. Yeah, you can always watch Max and me when you get home. Right now, you're the only one chatting, so it's nice to have you here. There's two of you here. But yeah, that's something because it amplifies depending on how echoey the space is, but I guess you could soundproof it, but that costs more money unless you create. But that's something that's true is that, they were I remember the one I used to go to. I want to remember to get my tablet. Just a moment. Did I plug it in this morning? No, it was on that chair overnight. I don't think I did, but that's fine. It's at 43%. That'll do us for a little while. But next time I get up, remind me to put my coffee in. So you have to cab a lot, eh? I thought you were saying something about busing. Cabbing's annoying, isn't it? I had an experience where I almost had to cab and instead got a car ride from somebody who, well, let's just say I'm not in touch with them. But I don't know if I'd want to say why, but it's my choice, so it's fine. Anywho, but basically, yeah, people are gonna talk with people that they're with there. Yeah, remember we can use a lot of stuff. They're going to have to process what we got later, but I'll probably just have leftovers from last night for, they're going, they might be zoning out, watching a live stream on their phone, and then your background music. But at least you're there, you're doing it. They'll enjoy some of it, hopefully. Like, what songs did you hear them do, out of curiosity? And do you know what their group name was called or how many was performing? I'm curious. Was it like an open mic? Do you go to this place often? Sorry, I'm flooding you with questions, but do your best to answer them, kind of thing. But yeah, but I do remember one time, the host of this particular of this other venue that I used to go to, he was in a band. I think he was partly American, part Canadian, and his last name was kind of funny. It rhymed with something else, which is kind of fitting. And basically, I was with a former friend at the time, and like I say, it's really hard to wait till that festival gets here, but and I'd have to probably not operate this business if it is happening by then, because I need to focus on going to shows and volunteering. But yeah, basically, guy even the host of the host of every week, who booked him and his band occasionally, said, "Yeah, he's a bit of an, because one time I was having a good time. That it was, I think that was the week, if I recall, my friend Chris had passed away. He was slotted to perform the week or the week after, so they had another group there instead, Baltimore Road, I believe, and he was nearer the front anyway. He may have been sitting there by himself, I don't know, but he was nearer the front. They were a 3 or 4 piece band. It was fine. I don't know if he knew Chris. And he comes back. We were kind of, a few rows behind him at a table. And I was with Barb. I don't remember who else I was with. And he comes back. He slams his hand on the table. He says, "All I can hear is you." And I wasn't even being any louder than anybody else. Maybe my voice is just more distinct. I don't know. I sometimes think that lately. And he didn't stay to have a further conversation. Then he went back. And my friend who I was with had a disability, so she wasn't as easily able, although she didn't let it hold her back, easily able to maneuver through the area, and maybe felt, a little bit intimidated by him, not that she saw herself as vulnerable because of her disability, which is kind of good that she didn't, although she is a little bit, I would say, and that's not meaning to be rude to anybody with a disability. But I remember we exchanged words, her and I, about him having done that. And I went and I talked to the host, not to be a Karen or whatever, but I just said, "We just had this experience, really loved coming here. Now it's awkward, and she says, "Yeah, he is a bit, and I don't know if I said, because this was years ago, I don't know if I said, might want to consider whether you allow him to continue to be here, And I think she said something to the effect of, "Usually there's no problems. He's not here very often, so try and ignore it," or something like that. He was taking songs from audiences. I asked, "Oh, that song, I remember you asked about that." He did Country Roads. So that came up twice in here. And talking about songs that remind us of times in our life, that song reminds me of the first day camp that I ever went to as a kid. Those camps, I don't know if you have them there or if you ever went to one, where you get a log cabin and you share it with 2 or 3 other people, and then you have different activities like sports or tree climbing or whatever. I don't remember anyone I shared the room with. I mean, that was a long time ago, not that I don't remember some things from back then, but I don't remember that. I'm just going to top up my water. Maybe these are cold. And put my coffee in the fridge. But anyway, so they used to, in the cafeteria, they used to do music night. And they did the shark song. Oh, here's a fun one that they did. I don't know if I want to do it, though. How many people do we got watching? Just you? Do you know the green alligators and long-necked geese, humpty-back camels and chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, and sure as you're born? I don't know how much you've heard me do music, actually. I think usually we just chatter. Anyway, and Country Roads was another one of the ones. I find it a very kind of basic song. I really don't know why it's so popular, but I guess it's got a lulling melody about it. I don't know. I'm not going to sing a song with that number in it. Some Pink Floyd. I've been playing that latter one a bit lately. It's fun. It's sure got some interesting words in it. It actually mentions unicorns in that one too, right? The elusive unicorns. This is a terrace cafe and quite windy. Oh, so it's all outdoors. They must have an indoor portion though. Thank you for the 4th like. And it's really affordable. That's good. I always come once or twice a month. Oh, nice. I mastered spoon racing and badminton. Oh, you mean you've been at that kind of thing before, and that's what you did? This cafe that I was talking about, not that I used to, they actually used to have an authentic wooden spoons, like they're connected to each other, and you go, as one would with, Anyway, and what do you call it? Have you ever heard of the Spoon Lady on YouTube? I don't know what spoon racing is, by the way, Babbington. There was a follower that I had, haven't heard from him in ages, don't know if he's been here watching or not, but he said he was going to try and come in the summer. He'd only, like, to visit. He'd only been on, like, 2 or 3 of the streams, and like I said, I haven't heard from him since. Let's change his channel name, didn't let me know it was him. I don't know. Anyway, we were going to play badminton and go to our festival, and I guess you'll have to come instead. You know, like, seriously, though, that'd be cool. Although, I don't know if you work. I know you were pretty heavily in your studies, and you know, schooling is it should be free. And in places like Finland and some other places in the world, it's free education, free mental health. Free mental health care we do have here for the most part. Whether it's always good, I'm just glad that lady didn't ask the dreaded question today. I know Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, which I used to perform at every. You perform? I mean, you perform. Do you play an instrument? I didn't know that. To the other person that's here, you don't have to be shy just because we're having such a great conversation. I was actually like you hold a spoon in your mouth. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. We probably do, to be quite honest. But yeah, what other songs remind you, either make you think about your life, you know, that you strongly relate to in your life right now, or that you got to post some of this stuff, you know, you know, or so okay. So if we were to start there, because I mean, you know, the classic songs, Disney, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, all those things from back in the day, right? Being stuck in 2008, that commenter the other day, I'm just stuck in the past and the present and the future, you know, in general. But right now I'm listening to Lana Del Rey. I don't think I know any of her songs. I've heard of her. Is she not the one that was dating Justin Bieber? No, I don't think so. Now that I ask it, I can almost name that person. But Selena Gomez? Maybe? I've heard of that Fairy Tale, and I've always loved long hair. I don't know if I've heard of the singer. I think I'm thinking of one of those audition shows and somebody that went by that. Is Rapunzel actually a man in drag? Like the singer? It was Selena Gomez. Okay. But he got around, I'm sure. Anywho, so basically, what's that? Yeah, you know, like I was listening to a fun little song the other day, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around, and on that day, and it was so deep, and I hadn't heard it in ages, but there was, I think we're close in age, you and me, Anna, I believe, and it was like, what's on the bird? The only thing I can think of other than a feather, which I oddly didn't think about first, and no, I was right. I think she already did feather. And it was rather, it's kind of like there was a swimming song that goes swimming, swimming, da 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 da. Breaststroke side. I know I said that word, but it's in the song. Fancy diving too. Anyway, we look past it, right? If we want to be uptight about it, let's not. Anyway, but yeah, so I've been wondering what that song is called. Anyway, so Disney, like I say, chapstick if you're curious, chapstick if you're not. You're 19. Oh, you're a bit younger than me then. Just a little. Just a little. Don't misuse that, folks. Okay, so it's high school you just finished. I thought you were in college. I guess you're getting ready to go to medical school. Are you close with your parents, out of curiosity? There was a string of questions I asked earlier, and I don't know if you got all of them, but I think you did your best. I think you got most of them. Yeah, I would love to see you in one of your videos, or for you to send me a picture of you. And as far as, you know, that is of age, folks, for anybody that are wondering, like, it's not, I'm not really talking to a minor. I know it still says teen, but, you know, you go in a bars, possibly, you might, well, you don't drive because you're cabbing, or you do drive, you just can't, something wrong with your car right now. Anyway, point of the matter is, you know, I'm glad to hear that you're not a child, you know, and I never thought you were, but, you know, no offense to kids, but, you know, that would be awkward. And the second person left. It's like, oh, I'm a child. I guess I'll go. There is a lot of them on here. Yeah, I'm damn close. I chat with them every day. Your parents, and they're just gems of my life. Well, I won't be jealous. No, I mean, I'm back in touch with one of mine, and therefore also my step. We've had a bit of a rocky past, but it's been a bit better lately. But they're definitely showing the signs of aging with their processing abilities. Uh, Anywho, but yeah, so I would not call them gems, but mine. But then again, but my dad has passed away. But then again, quite a while ago, as I think you knew. It's funny because the other song I was talking about, Jewel did, and then my spouse often calls him Gem. How far away from home are you, by the way, at the moment? Yeah, I don't think I'd ever spend money to go to a cafe, but it sounds like a nice vibe. Do you ever know anybody that performs at that cafe? Aging, yeah. I always wish parents should. I kind of wish none of us ever aged, eh? 4.5 minutes, not 45. 4.5. That's very specific. Okay. Well, I guess you're what? Oh, yeah. Hopefully your cab ride isn't too expensive. I realize you have to get into your house in a moment. And then I know you want to watch that movie, but it's not as late as I thought it was there. What part? Whereabouts? Are you in Malaysia? Are you in Malaysia? This Jordan story might unfold in an even wilder way now. Well, I just hope that other individual isn't fully involved. Really cheap here. Like just $1. How long was the ride total? And how far are you from Malaysia? I don't know what part of Malaysia he's in, but how far a ride is it on just $1? Just $1 here? You might as well just walk that. Like it's crazy. It doesn't matter what cab company. We hardly ever take them. Also mixed feelings in general sometimes, and that's not a race thing mostly. No, it really isn't. My home is 8. Okay, but how many minutes is that? I don't deal in kilometers. But I mean, like seriously, if we're going, and it depends if they take a long route or they get a stoplight or they get a train, but still, I don't think you could ride a cab ride. I have been in a couple somewhat recently that have been about 20 minutes, and it's like, or when G has had to cab to and from his old job, that was about a 20-minute ride and it was $10, I think. So, Boxy Roxy, hello. Uber. Yeah, we've never tried Uber, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I want to be plugging him. Well, that's not that much. That's actually cheap for that distance. Again, here, But I remember, if I'd taken that cab recently, my mother said, tell him to not go through the busy section where he's going to have to sit through construction. It will cost you a lot more money, and it was her money actually. But anyway. So, and our transit system sucks. And this is why I don't get out of our neighborhood very much, I just used my finger to kind of wipe the lens there and it actually didn't make it worse. My finger's not that dirty. It's oily maybe, but anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it's biking, walking, or getting a ride occasionally for us. But yeah, this place is so nice and nearby. Like it's just, yes, let's make it happen. Let's have it doable. It screams doable to me. It screams needs to happen fast. Life is short and I'm available for this. So, but, and again, so I think I just need to have some honest dialogue with the guy, after hours, when he's maybe a little less busy. Because when he's at work, whether it be on the Sunday or the Monday or whatever, and, just kind of tell him, like, yeah, like right now I've been in a slow spot in life. Look at our dog. Hopefully I didn't see too much of the clutter too. And I really want this to happen, as I know you do. And we're both available to put our time towards this right now. So between the three of us, I think that we could possibly launch this in a month or two. What do you think? Or would you agree? It's kind of like saying, agree, just like no offense, no pressure. Sometimes people think, no, I think you do mean those things. Cycling is fun too. Problem is that we need our bikes for a festival thing. Even if I do see with her, which might be minimal, but I'd like to still go to something with her. Um, we need it. We need the one, and then we need the spare, and we should try and see if this Thursday we could go to that place to get his spare, and then we'll both have a spare. Me and my best friend, we did a 10 kilometer. I'm certainly not doing no marathon. I'm not as young as you are. I'm not. I'm not. Pushing 20 anymore. I'm pushing 30. No, but anywho. So yeah, songs that were big in my 20s. I've mentioned some of them at the beginning of this, or that I was enjoying in my 20s. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any. So maybe I'll do this song. I know it's the wrong season, but if you don't mind that it slightly has a bit of mention of God in it, I can do it. By the way, do you guys have a Pride Festival there? Just a random question. And do you have many other festivals? And have you ever been to Canada? If not, I really think you should try and come. And July would be a good time. August would also be good. There's some stuff happening in August. And yeah, it's great. In a month, I will suggest to build a cozy ambiance and greeny. I was playing a song the other day that mentioned green clouds. I've never seen those. Yes, it's great. The sky changes some interesting colors, which is quite an interesting thing when you think about it. But yes, it's great. In a month, I will suggest to build a cozy ambiance and greeny vibe, or as you guys like it. What are you saying? You're holding me accountable to my goal? That does remind me of another place that is in the city, but it was badly run. It could get very noisy, but you have to expect that a little bit. But when you're on the autism spectrum, that can be a bit hard at times. No, in this area, there really isn't much. There's one place that's very small, kind of a bar. There's that other place. And a neighborhood needs more than like two places for these kind of things, I think. The one place is only outside, so it has to be weather for it. I'd like to say I know my neighborhood, or I know a radius of at least 30, 40 minutes, 20, 30 minutes around me. And I think I do. But I'm just wondering. Oh, I thought I hit something there. I'm just wondering if maybe I don't. Anyway. Don't know that. And I don't think it's either. So. But, okay. So, but that being said, are you okay with a song that has a slight mention of God in it? Like, I'm agnostic, but I meant like whatever vibes you guys want to add to the. I hadn't really thought about vibes. I feel the performances, the music, the people there creates the vibe. As long as it has lights, heating when it needs it, airflow. I mean, we have lots of art that we don't have up in our house. G also makes some. So it might be we can bring more of those other items and do a consignment thing there too. That would, although if you're not fully paying attention, people can wander off with things when it's in a bigger environment and like, ooh, this is worth something. I don't see that as much happening at the one that's there now. But I meant like whatever vibe you guys want to add to the cafe, it should have character, like environment or something aquatic. Oh, that's fishy. What everybody do fishy. Plus, then you have to be fish. You have to have fish. I must got one at home actually, and somebody might break it or whatever. All wooden. God, yeah, I'm okay with it. Although I'm an atheist person, but I respect people who pray and believe. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't pray, and my belief system varies, but unfortunately, which is why I'm agnostic. Anyway, so that said, let's finally play a song, eh? Took me an hour, but here we are, right? With your permission, I do God's will. Now, I'd like to try and do it on the guitar, but I don't have the auto scroll option. I think you meant reach home. That was actually a long 4 minutes. You must have been by a train or something. I'll take a leave. Bye-bye and all the best. Thank you. And if you're able to stay for the song, Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna try and bring it up on the computer, which is being very slow. Oh, you know what? It didn't update a few days before I told it to. Um, it's just last time I did this, it was on the piano. It's easier to scroll the music, but I'm gonna try anyway. So here we go. I thank you for your patience. I thank you for the conversation. I thank you for your well wishes. I just simply thank you. Yeah. So any notes that I had along the top, like I want to talk with my worker about what the space and what he said about it, tracking down this and that. And I didn't, yeah, but I want. And other than that, anxious about it. You know, she said sometimes the passage of time helps, and oh, maybe it opened up my document. Sometimes the passage of time helps, and distractions. We can never know for sure, but yeah, maybe eventually we won't really need to go there much longer. So that's true. Okay, so here we go. I think patience, like I say, I know you enjoy being here. Honestly, why wouldn't one, right? Now, I know it might seem a little weird. I drink water and then I pull out my chopstick. Water is more, you know, it's a different concept. Yeah, anyway. I need them both, so I'll use them both. Here we go. Now, I've been playing this a lot lately. Is it in tune? Now I'll do the annoying tuning song. By the way, do you still go to Maxie's channel? And that's a good reminder to watch the movie when you get in. I don't remember if you live with anybody. I think you say you have roommates. Do you get along? How long have you lived with them? If I'm remembering right. Okay, you know what? My Wi-Fi just became disconnected, just connected on here. So I am going to open this up on this browser. But as soon as I click to open the browser, it just shows a black screen with the bar on the bottom. And that's it's trying to relaunch some tabs. But look what it's doing. It showed a couple of outlines for a moment there. No, it's really just not doing anything. It said it didn't update. So why is it being like this? You know? I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Okay, now it looks like you've left. Have you left? Because I'm just going to do the song on here because I can't do it on here. Okay, here we go. Actually, maybe I can. Now, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. The chat reopened. Just a little bit uncertain if any other videos might start playing. Whoops. Yeah, if you could just let me know if you're still here. I'm getting ever close. I'd rather follow it on here. I can make it bigger. I can let it auto scroll. I know you said that you're listening though, but then I took a few more moments. So, but if you're heading to your room, then it works, right? Just quickly looking here, what window out of all these do I want to use? And yes, if there's any YouTube things that might start playing, I'd like to just kind of stop them. That way I'm not trying to scroll the music and it's not trying to start playing videos. It's spinning, but I stopped it. Okay, here we go. Pause that for now. It's 11 o'clock. I would still kind of call that morning, but I have to get best those triggers first. If you have any tips on how to do that, I mean, I can help some people through theirs, but sometimes mine is a struggle. Okay, so here we go. Okay. And it was really quick to open too, so that's good. Once I finally did it. The other night it wasn't. So, Anna, are you still there? And I'll just state again, in case it's two different people or at least one. Now it says that there's one watching, but that might be two. I mean, seriously, sometimes it is. And now it says two again. Anyway, there's slight undertones of religious mentions in this song, but it's really not a heavily religious song, and it's really actually quite a sweet song. But not Alabama, right? How close are you to Malaysia? Can you help out my friend Jordan? I know that he had a bit of experience with someone else that helped him out, but I know you better, and I feel like, you know, you'd be a better connection for him. So, you know, like I am. Okay, here we go. I work in hours. I met God in the bag of the braces on his legs. It's kind of a slow song, but that's too fast. Smile as bright as the August sun. August? Where is she living? I just realized when you looked at me, unless you wrote it in August. I go down the driveway, it almost made me hurt. Well, don't walk too good. Well, don't talk too good. You don't do the things that the other kids do in the neighborhood. I've been searching, I'm thinking, lost and looking all my life. You know what? I hate to interrupt myself, but I just reminded myself about something. This is a rare song that I actually have some 6 to 7 hour flight. Not bad. Hop on a plane and then come to Canada. No, I actually have some hand gestures that I do with this one. And I'm realizing as I got to the chorus, that means that this video is not going to be able to be monetized, then that's fine. There's some interesting, not super fancy, but interesting instrumental sounds in it. Where are you watching from, Davey? To be quite honest, I'm not a big fan of the bootleg. These are covers that I'm going to do. Oh, wow. Well, doesn't that depend on where in Canada? Canada's a pretty big place. That almost feels as far as Australia, but that can't be right. Anyway, here we go. Interesting song again, but something made me so. It's kind of a light song, but you have to just focus on the words. I was tempted to go get the speaker, but I think for most songs I wouldn't need it. Okay, here we go. Never seen a music video for this. I have I met God's will on a Saturday night. It was dressed as a family. It hid the braces on his legs at first. Look at the lovely flowers. Then the smile was bright as the August sun when he looked at me. As he struggled down the driveway, it almost made me hurt. Did be karaoke night too. Bill don't walk too good, but wouldn't serve alcohol. Just like the cafe said. Bill don't talk too good. He don't do the things that the others do in the neighborhood. I've been searching, wondering, thinking, looking all my life. I've been maybe you've heard me do this before. Wounded, dated, loved, and hated. That's all wrong and right. But a boy without a father. And I'm seeming like a chick singing this song. Am I? Oh. I've been reading, writing, praying, fighting. Guess I would be stupid. Have you heard me music before? Yeah, that was until I met God. This is what clarifies something. Will's mom had to work 2 jobs. She watched it like we had to work late. She had to work late, and we'd all laugh like we had laughs inside of the wind. Hey Jude was his favorite song. At dinner he would ask, hey. Then he'd pray for everybody in the world. Hello, Olivia, Fatana, but him. I've been searching, wondering, thinking about you. Lost and looking all my life. I've been wounded, jaded, loved and hated, wrestled wrong and right. It was without a father and a mother's miracle. Do all kinds of music for the most part. I've been reading, writing, praying, fighting. Guess I would be still. Yeah, that was until I knew God's will. Before they moved to California, Mary said I didn't think he'd live. And she said each day we have him, well, it's just another gift. And I never got to tell him how he showed me the truth. In a crayon, a notebook paper, he wrote me in God love you. I've been searching, praying, wounded, jaded. Guess I would be still. Yeah, that was until I met God's will. Really a 2-minute outro. You better leave. Use battery. I'm gonna do this one. I've really been liking it lately. Mixy, but Shelly, don't know why you say that. Thank you. But I never said that I was gay, and I never would actually. No, but it is. And this song has nothing to do with that. I was thinking of doing it before you said that. This singer is from my hometown originally. But to you as well. You know, whether you're celebrating with friends or yourself. I don't know. I know some people get this vibe. And it seems to come like in spurts. Like sometimes, a few times recently, and then not for like a long time. I'm trying to enjoy this outro. I know it's very simple. When somebody comes in right with that and they don't know for sure and they're assuming, I'm sorry, that kind of annoys me, to be quite honest. Now this one's a bit more country sounding. And I just love singing it. Especially the past few days. I just really love the melody. Bit more upbeat too, so. Oh, and then there's Pink, if anybody wants Pink. I see that after this. 3 minutes. Stupid. I think I've been hit by Cupid. But no one needs to know right now. Why is this not very loud? Oh, and she's in the backing track. I don't know if that's good. I'm going to go get the speaker for this one. And I'd like to find a different version of it. Okay, I'll be right back under 5 minutes. I already took care of that, so I don't know why it's telling me that you did too. Anyway, I'll be right back under 5 minutes. This song is a fun song. And if you like Pink, let me know. Or any other color, for that matter. as much as I'd like to be there listening to the call, I don't want to be interrupting it. And he can tell me about it later. Sometimes we're going to have to do things like that, right? Is that Anna still here? What was the other thing I was going to say? I don't remember. Oh, they're going to hear me singing downstairs, and I don't think this guy's going to know the song. Maybe he would. I've seen a few guys singing it. You know, some of them might be hetero. Anyway, basically, fifth like, awesome. I don't see it on my end, but I think that comment just came in. I only see 4. I wish it would show me accurate things, but I'm glad you're telling me. Anywho, basically, he might say, wow, you sound like you have a good singer down there. We're working on, you know, getting out there with the music more. And, you know, I'm just going to put this in front of this, you know, being, you know, all the stuff that we've been talking about. If he was to ask, we're not trying to hide anything, but we need the support. Well, we need it. So here we go. Woo! Because we can only do it when he gives us the okay, right? Anyway, this is a karaoke cover. So here we go. Oh, turning on the Bluetooth for a moment. For a little bit. It's not on yet, stupid. Think I've been hit by Cupid, but no one needs to know right now. That's not her singing though. Doesn't sound like her voice. It's just a backing track. It needs to know, but that's cool. I'm happy to have a backing track now. Where'd you go? Did you go somewhere? I got my heart set, my feet wet, but he don't even know yet. No one needs to know right now. I don't like the key. I'll tell them someday, some way, somehow. But I'm gonna keep it a secret for now. We want the bells to ring, the choir to sing, dressing in the whole darn thing, but no one needs to know. Do you know this song? Right now. I'll tell them someday, some way, somehow. I'm gonna keep it a secret for now. A little boy, a little Benji, we call me Roy, but no one. Why was it not my tongue? Right now. I love this part. I'm not lonely anymore at night. They don't know they can make it right. I'm not. Tonight's me. Yes, I definitely want you to watch that movie. I know you want to. Lonely anymore at night. I don't know me. He can make it right. I'm not dreaming or stupid. I think I've been hit by Cupid. No one needs to know right now. No one needs to know. No, nothing else anymore. Obviously, yes, I'm in a live stream. I'm gonna have fun doing it. Needs to know. Whoa. Hello, Moon Angel. Welcome back. Glad to have you here. Don't forget to like. How are you doing? So there's nobody here, but okay. So I'm gonna open up Anna's to go to that afterwards. Whoops. Thank you. See, that fifth light came up, but apparently now there's 6 because Anna said there was 5 before you got here. I'm in a karaoke mode now, and it's a tribute to my friend as well. I'm doing great. How about you? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Trying to remain hopeful. I'm trying to pass the time. Well, I wait, well, till other things, come into my life. You took my hand and told me how you promised me be around. Okay. Oh, that's right. I took your words and I believe in everything you say to me. That's right. She's like, I know he's very, very talented. I wish we could do more with her. If someone said 3 years from now, you belong, then I and hush them out, 'cause they're all lost. I know better when this never, ever knew. 32. Remember when we were such fools and so convinced just to prove? Oh no, oh yeah. I wish I could touch you again. I wish I could to call you friend. I'd give you anything. If someone just now, I know how. Angel, are you still there? I'll keep you locked in my head until we meet again. Until we meet again. I won't forget you, my friend. What happened? If someone said 3 years from now, really rocking, you'd be long gone. I'd stand up and find them out, 'cause they're all wrong. That last kiss I'll cherish until we meet again. And time makes it harder. I wish I could remember, but I keep your memory. Visit me in my sleep, my darling. Who knew? My darling, who knew? Angel, are you there? Now we're really in the music portion, but I needed to have those things talked about a little bit further, and Anna was here for that, so I appreciate it. Somebody said you had a new friend. Does she love you better than I can? There's a big black cloud over my town. I know where you're at. I bet she's around. Yeah, I know it's stupid. Gotta see for myself. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her, just like the melody. Oh, I'm right over here. Why can't you see? Oh, I'm giving it my all. I'm not the guy you're taking home. So I keep dancing on my own. I know it's a sad song, but we'll do happy ones too. I just wanna dance all night. And I'm up so alive. Karaoke covers, folks. Tributing your friend. So like those broken bottles, I'm spinning around in circles. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Mhm. Ah, man, still quite a bit of this song, believe it or not. And we'll do various genres for the most part, and if I see your comments, I can take your song request. So far away, but still so near. The lights come up, the music dies. You don't see, standing here. I just came to say goodbye. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, it just suggested it to me, Kayla. Meet my love, but you're not the guy I'm thinking. Oh, I'll keep dancing on my own. Almost at 140 mark. We have to place our order. Where's the other one? I don't know. I see it, unfortunately. Okay, this is actually a song about not drinking and feeling good. We're almost at the 140 mark. Welcome here, and if you have a song request for me to cover, then let me know. And I wish I knew where that other chapstick was, because now I'm really about to place an order tomorrow. Or for later today, but. And then Mark and Kelly is Thursday, and what's their face? I think Friday. Here we go. Hair effect song in the background, very faintly. I believe it's Rachel Platten. My friend who I'm thinking of is Rochelle, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, buddy, I'm here. Time. 40s. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to be the one who laughs the loudest, or the one who never wants to be alone. I want to be that call at 4 o'clock in the morning, 'cause I'm the only one you know in the world that won't be home. Oh, really? Ah, the sun is blinding. I stared up again. Oh, I am finding It's not the way I want my story to end. I'm safe up high, nothing can touch me. Why do I feel the blue? No pain inside, no protection. How do I feel this good? I just want people to get the wrong impression and think, you're not usually though, right? Yeah, actually, I am. This probably won't be a monetized video at this point, but that's fine with me. Yeah. And now I'm spinning round. It'll stay very long. That's the time it's been here. It's not verified for me that it's the same person. So. And he said that for some reason. And we got two people here. We're doing karaoke tribute covers. Of course, here we go. Need a wrong tune once or twice. Took my way out of the fire. Bad decision. That's alright. Welcome to my life. Misunderstood. No way it's all good. It didn't slow me down. Mistaken, always second guessing, underestimating. Look, I'm still around. Pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're lost? That's perfect. Pretty please, don't you ever feel like you're lost? It'd be perfect. You're so mean when you talk about yourself. You are wrong. Like they change those voices in your head. And you instead. Look how big you make it. Filled with so much. I don't know it, unfortunately. At love, I've done all I can think of. Chase down my demon, seeing you do the same. Ever feel like you're less than perfect? Pretty please, if you ever feel like you're nothing, you are perfect to me. So I feel the thing I should be drinking isn't a good bit mine, and we try, but we try too hard. Not a waste of our time looking for the critics because they're everywhere. They don't like your jeans, they don't like your hair. We string ourselves and we do it all the time. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? Why do I do that? Hey, pretty please, don't you ever feel? Oh. Pretty please. Nancy was able to do that. What to you? for a second. I don't know if I believe it, considering what your channel name is too. I know what it's supposed to sound like, but this song I'm singing or the one you mentioned, which I don't know. I've never even heard of the group. I know Justin Bieber has a song about it, but I don't think I know it very well. Get that part. Really? Done a song about your life. Came around. I'm not gonna do that one. I'm gonna do this. Ed Sheeran. Hopefully that'll be peachy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't know that song you asked about. I also didn't say I was watching, but you're here, so can't believe those numbers at the top. Although I know I have 6 likes. I do know that. When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running with my brother and his friends. And the sweet perfume of the mountain as I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when my heart broke it still. Other song request, welcome though. Through the years, I've not seen the roaring fields in so long. So I've grown, and I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way. You must be really old. He's been around doing music for a long time. Country lane, with a tiny dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Any other song requests? Welcome. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon I had it right. Is that right? Take me back to when we had weekend jobs and we got paid. Let the spirits and drink and straight. And my friends have not heard up in so long. Oh, how we've grown, and I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way. What did you do? Summaries, that's a good memory. I feel like singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way. Are you still there, Frodo? Can you give a like, please? Chapstick if you're curious. We watch the sunset. Because it's pretty specific. On the hill. Don't be busted. Over the castle, on the hill. Over the castle, on the hill. One friend left to sell clothes. One works down by the coast. One had 2 kids but lives alone. One's brother overdosed. One's already on his 2nd wife. One's just barely getting by. But these people raise me real. I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way. I still remember those country lanes. We did not know the answers, and I miss the way make me feel. it's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. Interesting sound. So this next one, I'm a bit confused. He said that they, were sheltered and had a certain type of upbringing, but then one of his other songs talks about some pretty wild things he did at center. So anyway, here we go. Karaoke covers tributes. And it's two other artists above this one, and then that song. But that it was okay. Said that it was quite alright. Kept the people in the bed for the night. It was okay. Mama told us we were good kids. Listen to the ones. That's the opinion that make it fun. We were good kids. Remember asking mom and dad why we never traveled to exotic lands. We only ever really visit friends. Talk about nothing to tell when the summer ends. We never really wound up buying clothes. How much do you need? Books for pounds and stuff and lots of shoes once a year and then. Sorry. Want to play ball so we would ruin them. Mama said that it was okay. Yeah, she said that it was quite alright. Kind of people had a bed for the night, and it was okay. Mama told us we were good kids. Dad never listened to the ones. Not the fingers that make it fun. We were good kids. Don't get me wrong, I didn't have it bad. Got enough love from my mom and dad. I don't think they ever understood. From inside, I want a deal in Hollywood. I told them I'd be singing on TV. The other kid calling me a wannabe. The kids that started bugging me, but now they're all standing right in front of me. Yes, she said that it was okay. She said that it was quite alright. Got the kids without a bed for the night, and it was okay. And Mama told us we are good kids. Daddy told us never listen to the ones pointing at the fingers and making fun. We are good kids. And I know which place I'm from. I know my home. When I'm in doubt and struggling, that's where I go. And a friend can give advice when new friends only know half the story. Why always keep them tight and why I'm okay. Said I'm okay on the side. Cause we were okay. Said that it was quite alright. Kind of people had a bed for the night, and it was okay. Mama told us we were good kids, and said never listen to the ones pointing at the finger that make it fun, cause we are good kids. Da 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 da. Oh, we're good kids. It's a fun song to sing, right? I'll do a few more and then I'll probably wrap up. Hopefully G will be down here soon. I want people to know that this is a safe space, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if they're told if it's Just looking for the next song. She's got some pretty punchy songs, right? So you might be thinking, so what? So I want to just watch what I pick. And it's not only showing hers, and it's showing some songs more than once on different channels. I think I know this one, so I'll give it a try. Sometimes I hate. What would you say? Oh, that's right. That's one of those, aggressive songs that she has. This is why I type pink. Well, not really why, but it should. Maybe it's just not a super popular song of hers. You know what I might do? I might sing with a cover. Doing a bit of karaoke covers because that will always be special to a time in my life and a person in a loved one of mine that passed away. But the difficulty is there is more than one song with this title, maybe even three. And it doesn't matter if I type in pink all in caps. I think I've seen that one before. It does not want to find it. But this could be interesting. Um, I just can't find it. It's making me think that maybe I should just play it on guitar. Nobody's here and I'm not feeling it. So might wrap up soon, but it's another rainy day. We're not planning to do anything. I'd like to get this to 7 likes, and I don't know. I'm tired. It's been 2 hours. He was a little delayed getting to what he was doing. And I think he wanted to stream. And I would like lunch. That's the thing. I would like lunch. So, yeah. And depending on how much gap there is, I mean, we have other stuff we can watch, though, for sure. Fabian. That's a really odd channel. And then it put the playlist there. I played all of them. There's my 7. Although I may not have done all of those fully. So if I open this up again, what does it give me? Got 2 people here. If there's any songs you'd like to hear or something weighing on your heart, we can talk about it. I'm just looking through some songs myself. I almost saw one I thought maybe I'd do. Let's see if somebody ever suggests it. Okay, whatever. Also, senior remains with myself to pass the time. Because yeah, we might go there for a lunch sometime, and if I could think of it, I'd really rather take the time and compose it by text, and I'd really rather. But I don't want to ruin the consignment thing. Could go well, might not. I think it's a bit more likelihood, but am I rushing into it too much for him? Not for me. It feels perfect timing for me. Maybe I could ask for. Maybe what I should do is ask for a time frame. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't want to promise that, and then once mid-July comes around, we're a bit busy for a couple of weeks. But I'll say, other than that, though, it's like other than that, and other than this, and other than this too. No, seriously, I'm also a man of my word, and just the timing. This is our busiest part of our summer. Other than that, fairly available though. Yo, make this happen. Yo, okay, maybe wouldn't say it quite that way. Maybe minus the talk as if I'm from the hood. I am. I'm from this hood. So, am I too shallow? I don't know. Part-time. I'm curious about that song, but I don't know it. I think I've heard of the singer. I thought she was an actress. It's here right now. I mean, this would be. Is this not Pink that sings this? This would be a bit of an ironic choice. Perfect timing. I'm just about to do a song. I think it's got a nice message in it, and it's pretty popular from a movie. Cover version of A Million Trees. So this is here. 1,000 Reasons. Waiting for me that I call my home. And through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, it feels like home. They can say that it all sounds crazy. I don't care what they say, come. Live in a world that we design. And in bed, your voices fill my head. Dreams of the world I'm gonna make. Let's look it up a little bit. A vision about the world could be. Vision of the one I see. Million dreams is all it's gonna take. Million dreams of the world we're gonna make. There's a house that we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I can compile. Each one they can say it all sounds crazy. Just a little second. They can say we lost our mind. I don't care if they call it crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams of the world we're gonna make. Right. I got briefly distracted and I missed that part. I don't know how well I know it. Let's try. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Take dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. Close my eyes. That's very powerful lyric, actually. Every night I lie in bed, brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Of what the world could be, another one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. Whoops, go back. I don't say that afterwards. Rip Ray. She also gave me quite a few reasons to miss her, to love her. You're giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. Giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. If I had a highway, I would run for the hill. If I find a driveway, I'd forever be still. You're giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. I bow down to pray, try to make the world seem better. Lord, show me the way. You are the burden of leather. I've got 100 million reasons to run away. Baby, I just need one good one to stay. Stuck in a cycle and I stare. It's like I stop breathing, but completely aware. You're giving me a million reasons. about a million reasons, now. If you say something you might really mean, it's hard for me to fathom which parts I should believe. Giving me a million reasons, about a million reasons, giving me a million reasons. I bow down to pray, try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way through all this torn up leather. I've got 100 million reasons to always. Maybe I just need one good one to stay. If you give me what I need and every heartbreak makes it hard to keep the faith. One good one, good one, good one, good one, good one, good one. I bow down to pray, try to make the world seem better. Lord, show me the way. It comes to all the trouble later. I've got 100 away. Maybe I just need one good one, good one. Tell me that you'll be a good one, good one. Maybe I just need a good one to stay. Welcome in. Doing karaoke tribute covers. Somebody was asking about this song the other day, and so I almost want to wait and see if they're here, but I'll do it anyway. Because a star is being born, yo. Arizona sky, it's burning in your eyes. Look at me, and now I want to get on fire. It's buried in my soul, like California gold. Found the light in me I could not find. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember it this way. Lovers in the night, always trying to write. Don't know how to rhyme, but memory trying to hear me laugh. But all I really know, you're where I wanna go. The part of me that's you will never die. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time you kiss, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Oh yeah, I don't want to be just a memory, baby. I've just been a singer for a long time. When I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we sing, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember this way. Yeah. When you look at me and the whole world fades. I'll always remember it this way. I don't know if I know this song. Hello, Ivan. How are you? Glad to have you back. That may not be a great dancing deal. But maybe this one would be. Don't forget to like. I appreciate it. Just want to do. Gonna keep it accurate for now. Yeah. Pass. We're aiming for. You don't have to miss me. Come by and visit anytime. Broken down and feel the feels. Glad to have you here. Broken down and tired of living life around. You can't see the fire, but seeing you, so we can walk it out. Mountains, we can walk it out. Mountains, and I'll rise up, run afraid. I'll rise up, in spite of afraid. I'll rise up and do it 1,000 times again. Angels, and I'll rise up, rise like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the eggs. I'll rise up and do it 1,000 times again. You. When the silence isn't quiet, it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and you know you feel like dying. Promise will take the world to its feet and move. Mountains, bring it to its feet and move. Mountains, and I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the aches. I'll rise up, I'll do it 1,000 times again, big girls. And I'll rise up, then I'll just watch my lyric, write them up, or have the playlist and pick some of these songs. But I could also just do that once the dream becomes reality. I think I thought of a good question to ask him. It just took me forever to think of it. The person you're going to be starting a business with. On fire as in doing well. Ivan, are you watching still? Jeez, higher than I'm ready to see, burning like a highway, living in a world and it's on fire. Burn your eyes, go. How are you? Fly away. Ooh. Got no feet on the ground. Didn't say anything but singing. Oh, what's the noise? Some clappers. Got her head in the clouds, and she's not backing down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. Why are you freezing? Put warmer clothes on. Get a blanket. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, here too. Does it feel better? Do I seem like I'm not feeling great? You know, I still have my moments for sure. Looks like a girl, but she's a flame. Let the fire warm me up, this hot, hot girl. Better listen to the rain. Her name. She was on top of the world. Hottest of the hottest. Got both feet on the ground. You're ill? Oh. This girl is on fire. Girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. You have any song requests? Fire. Oh, everybody stares as she goes by. They can see the fires in her eyes. Everybody knows that she's a lonely girl, living in a lonely world. But we will burn, baby, burn, baby. Girl is on fire. Girl is on fire. How's the audio? Do you have any song requests? Okay. I'm just happy to be part of your world. Disney by any chance? Maybe. Can you suggest some other ones? Doesn't have to be female pop stars. It could be any genre except for metal. I don't think you like metal anyway. Actually, you do, which always surprised me. But I don't. Hard rock. I'd be happy to do some hard rock, some Disney, some country. Maybe he's right. Maybe there's something. I just don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the guy who has everything? I've only heard of them. I don't think I know any of their songs. Keep trying. If Mr. President told, how many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think she's got everything. He's got everything. I've got who's it? Gadgets and Gizmos. Who's the West galore? Thingamabobs, I've got 20, but who cares? No big deal. I don't need more. Wait, literally. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing. Don't know, walking around on those. What do you call them? Oh, feet. It's just a fun song, right? Classic Disney. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing. Strung along on those. What's the word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give to live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day out in the... I'll do it on the internet. Betcha on land, they understand. Yeah, they don't reprimand their daughters, but young women sick of swimming ready to stand. Karaoke covers, folks. Ready to know what the people know. Asking Disney classics, get some answers. What's a fire and why is it? What's the word? But when's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore the shores of above? Out of the sea, wish I could be part of that world. I think my friend's saying that one every now and then too. Next cover. Feel free to keep requesting.
Top Hits Karaoke.
Now he knows this one, but for number of people, I don't know people did two of us, not like we did for so it's a good song. You think you own whatever land you're in, done. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and creature has a voice, life, has a spirit, has a name. How come? You alright? You alright? You hear it? Is it the music? Feel the feels. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, get your doctor, hey? You're never the rough cry. See a doctor, I think you're dealing with something. Or just get some rest. Maybe it's the cold. You sing with all the voices of the mountain. Sing with all the wailing it out, colors on the red. Yes, they did. Rotating pine trails of the forest. Is the sunshine buried of the earth? Might just be called, I don't know. Some more than all the riches all around. Thank you, you too. What time of day is it there? And for once, never want to hear what they were. And the rainstorm in the river. Oh, my brother. What time is it there? Parent and the autumn of the friends. And we are connected to each other. Never. Have you ever heard the brook cry to the people? Doesn't he go tell you where he's been? Sing with all the voices of the mountain. Paint with all the colors of the wind. Paint with all the colors of the wind. How high is the snow of love? Let it down, and you'll never know, and you'll never hear the moon cry. Whether we are white or copper skin, you sing with all the voices in the mountain. You ring with all the colors. all the colors, earth and still. You can sing with all the colors of the wind. We're doing a pig song next. Karaoke cover. Welcome in if you want. Request a song. If your comment shows up, I'll do it. I'll try to. I Dreamed a Dream is what that song is, but I'm not recognizing any of that. Okay, here we go.
Hey, guy.
Have you ever found a lover or just your hand? Under eyes and trusted, just trusted. Have you ever put some glitter in the air? Have you ever looked you in the face and said I just don't care? It's only half past the tip of the iceberg, the sun before the burn, before the thunder, just before the phrase. Have you ever hated yourself for waiting by the phone? You're not like you, not alone. Have you ever touched so gently that you had to cry? Have you ever invited a stranger welcome to come on inside? It's only half past the point of oblivion. The hourglass on the table, the rock before the one. Hi, Jackie. I wanted to invite you earlier, but you had your kids with you. But we couldn't. Just before the flame, grandkids, and it was a few hours ago that you posted. Out this way. Whoa, whoa. Song request, welcome. G will be on the piano playing classical shortly. You know Pink's music? La, la, la. There you are, sitting in the garden, light please, clutching my coffee, calling me sugar, calling me sugar. Thank you for the heart, don't forget to like. Have you ever wished for an endless night? Lassoed the moon and the stars and pulled tight. Your character's with you today? Have you ever held your breath and asked yourself, will it ever get better than tonight? Ooh. Are you with the grandkids right now, and how have you been? And if you are with the grandkids, there's a song I've been looking at the past couple of days. It's a little bit awkward to do on here, but if they saw in the comments, or if somebody else came in, I could say, there's kids watching, and well done. If you're with the grandkids, there's a song that I've been reminded of that has to do with Peter Pan, as opposed to Peter Pot, Peter Pot and Mary. I don't know. Just don't pee in the pot. Anyway. So, you know what? Whether you're with the grandkids or not, I'm going to do this. So there you have it. You can show this to them later if you're not. Thank you, by the way. Oh, now it's showing Angel. That's so bizarre, though, I must say. That is so bizarre. That song, no, they're in the room. Okay, you might want to call them out after this song because I think they'll like this other song. That's so bizarre, though. Okay, so that song I associate with that friend of mine that passed away, which I probably mentioned to you before, okay? And also an audition video I saw recently. And underneath it showed another singer, band, Maroon 5, and at a grief group, they tried to suggest Memories as being a good song, and it's really about drinking. But now, in its place, it's suggesting this one. I did it the other day on piano. Now I'm going to let this carry it. And I'm going to sing some of the melodic. I'm going to sing in some of the ways that she did it one of the times we were visiting in person. Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for the break that will make it okay. There's always some reason, hi Mark and Marie, to feel not good enough. Anyway, of course, but it's hard at the end of the day. Need some distraction. So nice to have you back, Jackie. Oh, beautiful release. Talk about anything, isn't it? Memories seep through my veins. Do you know this one? Oops. Let me be empty and weightless, and maybe find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly away from here, from the dark, cold hotel room, and the vastness that you fear. We are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie, in the arms of the angels. May you find some comfort here. I introduce you to the voice through me of my Angel Ray, and a memory I have of her singing. First part comes in at back. So tired of the straight lines, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. Storm keeps on twisting, building the lies that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference. Believe is the next one. Escaping one last time. It's easier to believe instead to believe in this sweet madness. All the glorious sadness that brings me to my knees in the arms of the angels. Fly away from here, from this dark hotel room, and the earnestness that you feel. here. You are born from the wreckage of your silent melody. I don't know what that is, but in the arms of the angels, may you find some comfort here. It's not easy, is it? You're in the arms of the angels, may you find some comfort here. Now, if you'd like to get the grandkids out of their room, I know it's the same time zone. It's not exactly late there, but I guess it's summer, right? I bet you know they're this. I bet you they will know this song. Nicely done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Elvis? I bet they'll know this one. It was so weird how that song changed places. So let me know. There was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go, no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. One night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying high, waking me with the sweetest love. Told me wanted to stop for a while. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that you'll never be lonely. Oh, that's nice too. Since that day. That should be able to hear if you're not using headphones though. I am a lost Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, boy, they said to me, away from all of reality. Any song requests? Neverland is home. Lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me. Lost boys like me are free. Little pixie dust told me to believe. Believe in him and believe in me. Together we'll fly away. I don't know why the clouds are being still up. To a beautiful destiny. Just all above the town that never loved me. I realized I finally had a family. Soon enough. Keep them coming. Not too sure I feel good about that, but I'm interesting request. Feet hit the sand. It's just kind of sad. Ever since that day. Getting that weird feeling again that I had recently. I wasn't singing and I was on the deck. Okay, I definitely. Yeah, I heard that guy. I do worry that guy. Well, you know what? You get arrested for the trespass on our property. I'm gonna go get G to play some classical piano. How's about that? It's about time you get down here. So just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Just a little bit's enough. You're asking me to give Granny a break or them? Yeah, give Granny a break. Don't make me have them around me. Oh, brats. Just kidding. I don't mean to be mean. All right. Be right back. Story of my life sometimes. Story of my life, but take it home. Drive all night. Have you gotten to the moment back in anyone else with that? So, Ducky, do you know, and if you're still there, hopefully, do you have any favorite classical songs or any songs you think you'd like to hear on the piano? My device has to be plugged in soon, and I'm a little bit worried. You know what I'm actually thinking of doing? Okay, you're heading out? Okay, huh. Okay, well, now nobody's actually here, and I don't want to lose these 3 hours. So you can do what you want, but I'm hungry. And I sort of feel a need for a shower, but not